Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. For this video, I'm going to be talking to you about pregnancy week 24. So if you watched my last video, I did sort of announce my pregnancy, the gender of my baby, and we're having a girl. So there's been a lot of emotions with that, and pretty excited. I didn't hope for one gender over the other, you know. Both of them would have been nice. A boy would have just been convenient, and my son would have loved having one too. I'm pretty sure he's going to be so great with his sister. So I'm going to officially have one little boy and one little girl. And who knows, I could just probably stop right there, be content, or just have children again when I'm like in my 30s, because I'm only 23 right now. So for week 24, I currently weigh 172 pounds. I have gained apparently a lot of weight. So my pre-pregnancy weight was 155, I think. So there's been a lot of changes going on, and in this video as well, I'm going to be talking about my risks with a vbac, because I did have a previous C-section, or just have an elective C-section. So I will talk about that in a little bit towards the end probably, so I can just, you know, focus on that because it's a story itself. So my mood overall has been pretty great. I've been feeling really good. I mean, I do have feelings obviously, but I don't take them out, or I don't really, you know, my mood has just been really good. I've been feeling given affection a little bit more. I've been thinking more with a clear mind instead of my emotions, is what I'm trying to say. So I'm going to get into a little bit about my doctor's appointment. And I ended up talking with him, my doctor, because my son that week had developed thrush. And I took my son thrush for the first time. I'm breastfeeding him, and he's almost 2, and he got thrush. So I took my son to the doctors, and they didn't want to prescribe me any antibiotics to put on my breast, so that way we don't continue to keep thrush going. So they just gave him antibiotics because they didn't know what to give me and if it was okay. So they told me to talk to my OBGYN. So I talked to my OBGYN, and they said it's not recommended for me while pregnant because the antibiotics will get into the placenta, and that's not what they want. There is something that he did say, that if the medicine that I was using for him wasn't working, because if we happen to pass it back and forth, thrush from breastfeeding, to try this like something violet. I can't remember the name exactly. And basically it dyes his mouth purple, and he told me to put it on my nipples if I have to. It'll dye it purple. I didn't try it. My son's thrush went away, thank God. So that would have been something else, right? So he checked my uterus, and my uterus was 25 weeks, so it was a whole week ahead of schedule. I've had a weird sweet smelling BO. It wasn't like a nasty BO. It was just, if I did have any odor, my sweat smelled sweet. Don't know why. And I have been so tired. And the last day of my 24th week, I absolutely needed to take a nap and get my normal hours of bed. So I've been feeling very exhausted. And so to get back to what the doctor said, I did tell you I weighed about 172 pounds, and they suggested, because I've already gained a significant amount of weight, even though I've been trying not to, and I am still fitting in my pre-pregnancy stuff, like oddly. Obviously my stomach has grown bigger and I can't button it up no more, but it's not like my pants are too tight around my thighs kind of thing, and I can't fit any of my dresses. I mean, this dress I'm wearing right now is a size small from American Eagle. So they told me to get on a low carb diet. It would also help me if I'm trying to have a VBAC. So having a low carb diet during my pregnancy is to help me not gain weight. He told me to stay away from carbohydrates, basically, like, you know, instead of eating corn and potatoes and like regular bread or whatever, to have like whole grain if I'm gonna have it, have whole grain rice. I eat pretty healthy overall, my food choices. But I mean, I do eat lots of potatoes and corn, and like, we eat really good. That's the problem.
Here's what I found.
My son's on Siri on his iPad. Oh my goodness. So, he said, like, cut down on ice cream, which I don't really eat unless it's like a freezer pop. I will say that the bad thing that I do eat the most is chips. I have a problem eating hot chips, spicy chips, so that's been a big problem for me, and I still can't cut it back. And instead of having like juice, to eat fruit instead. I want to cut out all my added sugars. Normally though, the juice that I do drink is pretty healthy, but obviously everything has sugar in it. I don't know, it's kind of frustrating. So I'm gonna go ahead and just like write down meal plans. I've already started today, and I'm already cooking like it's stuffed portobello mushrooms with cheese on top. So can't wait. Sounds pretty good. It's the first time I'm having it, and tomorrow I'm probably gonna do like stuffed zucchini and whatnot. So I know what to do for my low carb, you know, but I don't know. It's not a great thing to hear. He said to cut back on low carbs because I don't want to gain too much weight, especially if I'm trying to have a VBAC. It can raise my chances of it not being so successful. So that day also we talked about my VBAC. It was my VBAC counseling, and so I have a 65 or 60% chance of a successful VBAC, and he suggested I didn't go to the hospital that he's working at right now, excuse me, or the one in Keene. They wanted me to go to a way bigger hospital because the hospitals around here, just in case if I had a placenta eruption, if I said that right, they can't give me immediate attention, so I can wait anywhere between 10 minutes to a couple hours until like whenever the surgeons and the people are there. So they had me sign, they want me to sign and bring in a legal document stating that if my child died due to that they're not liable. If I lost my uterus, they're not liable. If I had blood clots, you know, and needed transfusions, that's what they're gonna have to do. If I needed a hysterectomy, that's what they're gonna have to do to and that if I didn't have an elective VBAC, then my chances are of losing my uterus is greater. Obviously these are just normal risks and stuff, but they really do scare you when you hear it. I mean, I was already set on having a VBAC and accepted the fact that I'm potentially gonna need a C-section. So my problem is, and what's scaring me is that I did want to go to Brattleboro. What is going on with my lighting? I apologize. Oh my goodness. I did want to go to Brattleboro, but he made it clear that I have to accept the risks and sign that document if I'm willing to take those chances of it being successful or not, you know, with them. And it's not a choice I'm going to take. They did say too, if I had a placenta eruption, my daughter can either be dead or brain damaged, which is very rare, but if it did happen, they want my kid to have immediate attention, you know, like, so if I had a placenta eruption, they don't want me just sitting there for a long time before I'm seen by somebody. I'd rather have immediate attention. If something was to happen, they can cut me open and take the baby out and fix whatever they gotta do. So another thing too is that, I don't know, that's pretty stressful for me, and I try not thinking so much about it, because the more I think about the future, it really stresses me out. But it's really hard not to, because it's hitting me all at once, and it's serious, and things are happening, and they're happening quick. So I try living in the moment more, and that means forgetting my pregnancy overall, even though it's absolutely hard because she moves around and stuff, but you know, focusing more on my son and taking care of my home and being with my family and stuff, because it keeps my mind going and running and not being so stressed out. It's not needed stress. I mean, I know I can do it. I'm obviously going to be way more prepared this time going into labor and stuff, you know, but I'm not prepared at the same time, you know. I don't know what my outcome's going to be, and I've seen tons of other YouTubers and reading all these other forms and stuff, which is not good for me, but I'm always like that 1% person that something, you know, goes wrong with, you know, in a way. And I know a lot of people out there have it way worse than I do, and I'm grateful for the circumstances that I did have with my son, because it was a traumatic experience, and you know, I don't want to go through another traumatic experience, and that's what's scaring me. I want to show you my baby's photos real quick before I leave. And that's her. She's absolutely healthy, thank God. So the video that I have showing is more of an anatomy scan gender reveal. I wanted to do a really nice gender reveal for her and something for you guys, but I've just been so tired this pregnancy, which is totally different than my last one, and I don't know, just having to run around after a toddler and stuff, so those are those pictures. And I'll show you what my belly looks like. So this is my belly. Here, let me turn this way. So thank you for watching my videos. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. Give me a thumbs up if you liked the video. And don't forget to turn on a bell notification for more video updates. Thank you so much. Bye.